At the head, I'm waiting, I guess you tweet, I guess you confess you thinking less, not drinking less, bathroom sex, best it gets, spontaneous, I stereotype, but to rest tonight. Imagine, believe, and achieve, it works. Skyline as a rise like fireworks. Smell through the back, don't touch my...
Yo, hello everybody, and welcome to this edition of After the Storm, the beginning of our third season doing Thunder games, and we appreciate you guys being supportive, and of course, the Thunder come away with the win. And I don't know if you know where I'm at, but I am at one of my favorite places to eat. It was fantastic tonight. Had salmon Caesar salad. It was really delicious. And of course, I'm at Rococo, 4308 Northwestern Avenue. You can call for reservations at 405-400-7495. And of course, today is Wahoo Wednesday. You can see where they're open on Sundays from 11 to 10. Sunday through Thursday from 11 to 10. And then, of course, on Saturdays from 11 to 11. If you haven't had their brunch, man, you are really, really missing out. Now, tonight I did not get a chance to have the hot chicken since I'm not allowed to really eat that much of it anymore. I really can't have it. But if you haven't had their Nashville-style chicken, it is really, really good. Call for their catering events, 405-534-8838. If you need for that, just go ahead and do it. That's what I say. It is fantastic. You can't miss it. It is really really one of my favorite places to eat. And tonight it was pretty full in there tonight, Nathan. In here tonight, I really enjoyed it.
Can you turn yourself up? I'm having a hard time hearing.
Okay, is that better? Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, I may have been a little bit far from the mic, so that may have had just a little bit to do with it. So, but anyway, excited about the Thunder. What did you like about what you saw tonight?
Well, I mean, in the first 5 minutes, well, let me rephrase it. The first quarter, I about yelled at the TV about 100 times. Because I was thinking, after that first quarter, I was like, man, this is going to suck. These rotations. And, I mean, when Lindy Waters hit the floor, I was pissed.
What did I tell you? What did I say?
Dude, I know you did. You're spot on. You were spot on. And I saw, a little bit in the beginning of the game, I saw a little bit of what you were talking about earlier in the preseason, SGA, Chet Rowland, and SGA just mentioned.
Right.
And towards the end of the game, though, I saw a little bit of cohesiveness, not a whole lot, but a little bit to build on between those two. And I think, and I'll tell you one thing I did see that I really liked. Casey Wallace, dude. And him and SGA, I think they played really well together.
Yes. Agreed, 100%.
During the timeouts on TV, they were chatting it up and they were smiling and carrying on. So I think that dynamic is something to watch.
I agree with you 100%. What I saw, we're going back to this again. It was so funny. I'm here tonight. That's a little bit loud in my ear. How's that? Can you still hear me now? Nathan,
yeah,
can you still hear me? Okay. It was so funny. So tonight, I'm at Rococo, and I'm talking to this one particular guy. And it was funny because he was, we were talking about the game, and he was telling me about his buddy that writes for The Athletic. And he was telling me, he said, the thing with Coach Dagnott is, and the thing is that everybody's saying is that they go, hey, he's a great developer of talent, but can he develop all-stars? Because that's where you're at now. You've got an all-star, so can you develop an all-star? And to me, he's going back to what he feels comfortable with, playing Jang, playing Lindy. Dude, those guys, like Sarr. Sarr did a decent job, but you had to play him because Davis Bertans, you can't play him because the lineup was way too big. Agreed?
Well, yeah, Jay will take those minutes when he comes back.
Yes, he will. We missed Jay Will tonight. I mean, don't you think?
Severely.
But I think we will get him back in the next couple of weeks. But like I said, there's no sense in rushing him. Just let him take his time coming. I don't see any reason why you'd want to make him come back anytime soon because there's no need for him. We don't really need him. I mean, you know, I mean, we do,
No, and
but we don't really
you
need it.
could tell. I mean, within the first 20 minutes of the game, I mean, Chet's not a five. He's
No,
he's
he
a
is not a
beater
5.
so bad. So that's where you got if you're going to play him with kind of like what we talked about earlier this summer. If he's going to be on the floor with a couple big guys, he really needs J-Ro out there for him to be able to get out of the perimeter a little bit on the offensive side and the backside defense because we saw what do you have, one block tonight?
Yeah.
And I'm sure he can't play. He can't defend
No,
man to man.
no, and Andre Drummond just punished him.
Abused him.
Did you see that shake and bake he gave him?
Yeah.
Holy crap! I mean, that's Andre Drummond. That's not Kyrie Irving.
No.
That's fat, lazy Andre Drummond
Yeah.
too. That's been at Kentucky Fried Chicken for night.
Yes. I'm gonna say this. So let's get into it. The Thunder won 124-104. SGA, Josh, J-Dub, Chet, and I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry, man. I'm watching San Antonio. Dude, Wembanyama just knocked down another three. I mean,
He's ridiculous.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Hello?
hear you, Drew. Yeah, we got you.
You got you, Drew. Drew.
Yeah, but anyway, so SGA, Josh, J-Dub, Chet, and Dort were the starting 5, which is what we knew we were going to do. And I loved our start because, we were out there, we were pushing the ball up the floor, we were taking advantage of some opportunities. SGA wasn't really involved. J-Dub got off to a good start, but our defense was a little shaky, and I wasn't really happy with what I was seeing defensively, us picking up the guys, giving away way too many easy shots. And some of them were contested, but it's like, dude, you can't contest a shot the guy's already rising up and letting it go by the time you're jumping. That's really not a contested shot. That's in your face type shot. So that was the one thing that I really was kind of worried about at the very beginning. And then SGA, I like the fact that he's being more aggressive from 3, knocking down the 3, because I think he's realizing now the defenses are starting to catch up to who he is and what he's trying to do. So, and you can say tonight they just collapsed on him and were just beating the crap out of him, and he wasn't really getting the call. So, but he made a nice kick out to Josh. Josh knocking down a 3, which I was happy to see. But so anyway,
They all knocked down threes. They hit 19 of them tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, you hit 19 threes, you're not going to get beat by too many people.
Yeah, but
okay, so let's see. Dort took 5.
And they scored as many points.
yeah, but
we're
we're getting to the stats at the end. We're not even there yet. 26-21 with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. You have SGA, Jang. The score is 26-21. You have SGA, Jang, Wiggins, Josh, and Dort in the game, and then all of a sudden you're going back and forth, and then you sub those out, and you have it's 30-27 with SGA, Joe, Sar, Dort, and Jang. I don't know why he was playing Jang so much, but Jang could knock down the 3. Then, for some reason, at the end of the first quarter, he takes SGA out. And when he takes SGA out, the Thunder were up when he took SGA out 30-28. At the end of the score, 33-32. And it ended up being 33-35 at the end of the first quarter. And I don't know why you take SG out at the end of the first quarter. He is, you put J-Dub in there. J-Dub is not a closer. We're not in developmental league here, Coach Dagnall. We are now developed. We are already past development. You know who your guy is. Close out the damn quarter. Why are you trying to make SG? It's clear J-Dub cannot close out a quarter. If you guys agree with that, have you watched him enough? He doesn't have the moves to be able to close out quarters. He just doesn't have it yet. So are you trying to develop him into that person? Go ahead.
Yeah, he did that one finish move where he starts right, goes back left, and takes a left finish.
I mean,
J-Dub's offense comes within the structure.
Yes.
I mean, he relies on Giddey and Gilchrist Alexander to make their moves and get him the ball and open in space.
Right.
That's where he excels.
Yeah, trying to go one-on-one. I don't know what Dagnall is doing. Look, play SGA the whole first quarter and the whole third quarter. Put him in with about 7 minutes to go in the second quarter and about 7 minutes to go in the eighth quarter. And, in the fourth quarter. I mean,
those were Kobe Bryant's minutes. That's what he did, and he made a living on it.
He made a living on it. And he's the best. He's the best closer. Him and what's our boy's name from Sacramento? Left-handed.
De'Aaron Fox.
Dude, how many guys did Kentucky have? God dang, man.
A lot.
God
lot.
dang. I mean,
got 3 of
And
them.
their guys actually do something when they go to the NBA.
yeah, they really do. Unlike some of those Dookies, is that what you're saying? Unlike the Dookies.
Yeah.
But anyway, when I looked at the minutes in the first half, I was very upset, as you guys know, because we're on a chain. So we start the second quarter, and we're down 33-35. And we start with J-Dub, Chet, Isaiah Joe, Kaysen, and Jang. What were your feelings about that when you saw those lineups coming out there, Nathan?
I wish Josh would have been out there too. Because in my opinion, you have to have SGA, Josh, and J-Dub. You got to have 2 of those guys on the floor.
Yeah. Well, I mean, where you get your points from with that lineup?
Yes, and you did.
Yeah. And if you've got Dort on the floor, we'll see what Kaysen turns into. But if you've got Dort on the floor, you got to have Isaiah Joe. You got to have somebody that can shoot.
I was pretty impressed with the Kaysen kid tonight. He played well.
Dude, he's nice.
Yeah, but he's not going to do that every game. I mean, but he is good.
No.
Never know.
Okay, I'm gonna say
you
this.
Never know. He's gonna have a lot of wide open shots.
Yes. That's what I'm saying, Nathan and Drew both. And Drew, you and I are in agreement. If you're giving Kaysen that many wide open shots, he's gonna knock down.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
He's gonna knock him down. Dort, on the other hand, he's going to shoot it off the side of the backboard. He's going to shoot an air ball. I don't know what.
And I'll give Dort some credit tonight. He shut down DeMar DeRozan.
He sure did. He sure did. And that's what to me.
Too. I mean, they played good on Levine too.
Yeah.
And Levine couldn't throw it in the ocean tonight.
Well, but you know what? His patent deal is he shoots those fadeaways, and he's either on or he's off. He's either on or he's off.
Yeah,
but I think the Bulls shot 30% from the field.
Yeah,
if you look at the last 4 or 5 years, though, Levine kills us all the time.
Yes, because we didn't really have an answer for him. You know, remember when he was killing us, you have ASGA just trying to develop his defensive side. And Drew and I talked about this last year, I believe. You know, SGA is trying to develop his defensive side, but offensively, he's just unstoppable. Now you can see towards the end of last year, he started working on his defensive side of the game. And I think that's the difference.
I'm telling you,
that you see.
You can tell SGA spent the summer on that mid-range game. He already had a good mid-range game. It's gotten even better.
Yep. And if he develops a 3, it's going to be over. Go ahead, Nathan.
He's mid-season already, guys. He's mid-season already. He's efficient.
He got a little bigger. He looks stronger with the ball. That mid-range game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Boy, that's nasty.
But I'm going to say this. When you put the lineup, I'm going to say this. This is my problem I have with this lineup in the second quarter. You're playing J-Dub to end the quarter, and then you're starting him the quarter. Why are you doing that? First of all, SGA should have ended the quarter. J-Dub comes in the second quarter. But I agree with y'all. Josh and SGA and J-Dub needs to be on the court. Now, Kaysen is developing slowly. It's funny that Micic didn't play tonight. I thought that was interesting. But yet Lindy Waters did. And what did I tell you, Nathan?
Yeah.
What did I tell you about him? What did I tell you about Coach? He was going to play him. I told you.
You know what?
He's going to play him.
One thing I'm glad, but he played him for one minute. And
doesn't matter. He's putting him in the game. Why is he in the game?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I'm just glad it was only for 1 minute.
It doesn't matter. I understand that, but my point is this. Go ahead.
I think the Commanders got something going on with the team just to make sure Lindy plays.
You might be right. You might be right. He has to have something.
He might have called Presti and told him, hey, you got to play at least 1 minute.
He said, listen, if you want this seat donation, we're going to need Lindy to at least get off the bench.
Off the bench. It's just, it's so frustrating to me. But I will say this. Dude, when Drummond did the drop step on Chet, I was like, oh. And he got the tee. And I'm not sure what the tee was about. Did he pull himself up on the rim? This is the NBA. They always do that.
I think it's because he's hanging on the rim.
I mean, come on.
Well, I think it was more taunting.
I think it was taunting.
Hang on the rim all the time.
Yeah, I think he hung on the rim and looked at him. Said something. Yeah, because, I mean, I was just like, come on. But I thought
the guy from Denver last night hung on the rim every time he dunked it for about 5 seconds.
Every time. Well, you know what's so funny is, though? It's not funny, but I thought an interesting dynamic is that Chet went down. Okay? SGA was close to him.
I'll be honest with you.
Well, SGA was close to him. And he walked over to pick him up very slowly, and I think it was Isaiah Joe or somebody else ran across the floor to help him up. SGA never helped him up. I thought that was interesting. I mean, I'm like, oh, okay, that is a little bit of point. SGA, Chet went down. He did an and one, came down, and got hit. He's on the front. He's on the ground. SGA is on the wing. He's on the baseline.
Yeah.
And SGA was walking over to him very slowly to help him up. And Isaiah Joe or somebody ran across the floor to pick him up. I thought that was
I'm sure
interesting.
those guys probably have a little bit better relationship than SGA and Chet.
Yeah.
I mean, Chet's been working with some of these guys that are not necessarily second teamers. I don't think that's a right word to say, but the non-first NBA team.
Yeah, I agree. Well,
The
you know,
players.
what my problem
Yeah.
with my problem with his actions tonight, and what I've seen thus far when he's on the floor with Chet, he's getting a little pissed. I don't want to say pissed off, but he's getting a little annoyed at how everything is about Chet.
Mm-hmm.
You got a first-team All-NBA player, and everything is not about him. How the hell are you bringing this guy up? And then, on top of that, when you talk about Josh, and they did under 25. I don't know if I even told you about this, Drew, but they did an under 25 top NBA duos under 25. You know how old
Right.
SGA is, right?
SGA is what, 25?
25.
24?
25.
Yeah.
And they did under 25, and they put Josh and Chet as the best upcoming duos under 25.
Might be racial.
No, it ain't. No, it's not racial. No, it's not racial. What it is real simple. The Thunder are trying to promote Chet.
Sure they are.
That's what they're doing.
I would think that.
And I'm sorry, you didn't learn your lesson the first time with clearly with Westbrook and Durant. Clearly, you haven't learned your lesson.
Right.
Clearly. And what you're going to do is you're going to piss off your best player, and he's going to be gone. And Drew and I talked about this.
This team right now is built to go. I mean, they can play if they just play their cards right and do what anybody else in a normal situation would do. OKC's going to be fine this year.
Yeah.
They can just stay healthy. They got a lot of gunners. I mean, they're going to have their nights, but they don't make 23s. We know that's coming. So I don't think their winning percentage is shooting 43s a game.
Well, they're not going to normally shoot that many. They won't shoot that many when it comes down to it because
as well as if you live by 3, you die by 3.
100.
You get out the road against some people playing a little better defense. It's gonna come back to haunt you. You got to have more of a half court
I'll
set.
tell you what, if Jang can stay around 38 to 40% on threes this year.
Well, he can do that.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with him being out there 10, 12 minutes a game.
I agree.
Yeah.
He can't defend, and he can't score to the basket, but he can shoot a wide open 3. Okay.
Jason Kidd, he can shoot like that. That's just free money.
That is free money. But see, the whole thing is that we had talked about this, Nathan and I, that we believe that Kaysen is going to be, like I said the other day, Drew, this is what I said. In 2 years, I think the only people you're going to have left are going to be SGA, Josh, J-Dub, Kaysen, Chet, J-Will, and maybe Wiggins. Okay? Everybody else.
Maybe Isaiah Joe.
I think Kaysen's going to take that. That's what I think.
Yeah, I do too.
I think he's going to take that. He's going because what you get is
how are you going to, with all these draft picks they're going to have coming up, what you're going to have is OKC going to be making moves to get younger? They're going to make moves to bring in, a dime piece that they need to put them over the top. And if that's the case, then you're going to have to get rid of shooters. You're going to have to trade draft picks.
You got to get shooters.
The moves that the franchise is going to be forced into making just because they have so much young talent and so many picks.
Agreed.
If you put Kaysen in the starting lineup, which for Dort, that's where I think it's heading. But if you do that, then you still got to have a sixth man.
Well, what I'm
which
saying,
I think Dort coming off the bench is great. You see who's hot on the other side, and you stick his ass.
Well,
you don't pay your sixth man $18 million.
No, Dort to me is trade bait. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I think eventually what you're going to have is those along with Keontae, because Keontae can possibly be physical enough to take over for Dort, and then you're going to have Kaysen can play D and shoot the 3, so you don't need Isaiah Joe.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why I say you're going to have that group right there.
You need a bench shooter. I mean, right? You got to have somebody else.
Keontae can shoot the three. Keontae can shoot the three. And you got to remember, like Drew said, but listen, Nathan, this is my point.
If you can get him on a Kenrich Williams contract, I mean, why not keep him?
Okay, what I'm saying is, you with Drew, what Drew's point is, with all these picks, are you going to get younger or are you going to get better? And I think you get better.
Well, I think they're going to be a little bit better.
What I'm saying is, you get better. Well, but Nathan, what I'm saying is you get better. Because you've got a good group of 8. You get rid of Dort. Isaiah Joe is gone. You get in you a shooter who just shoots. You get you another big man who can, and Davis Bertans is too expensive. Let's face it. He's going to have to go. I like him, but he needs to go. Sarr is whatever.
Well, you think he's going to be more expensive on the next contract? You think he's going to go down on the contract?
Well, we got to pay him. We ain't paying him $20-something million.
Yeah, well, you got to pay him, but I don't know if he's going to get $17 million on his next contract.
Well, but what I'm saying is you get rid of him totally because you got enough picks. That's the point.
Yeah.
That's what Drew is saying. You got tons.
Get young shooters.
We need another shooter, and we need to be bigger in the paint. Okay, you've got like what I see is really simple.
On rookie contracts,
right. What I see is really simple because you got to remember, in 2 years, next year you got to pay Josh, right? 2 years from that, you've got to pay J-Dub and Chet. The year after that, you got to give SGA is $400 million.
Yep.
So, and don't remember, you'll be able to get J. Will on a lower deal. Josh is not going to command the full amount. Neither is J-Dub, because neither one of them are going to be all NBA. So you ain't got to worry about paying them max contracts.
No, you're right. But what you're saying is you want to get better through either veteran shooters or young.
Well, sorry guys, I got unplugged here. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry, what did I miss?
No. So you're saying we saw one of them tonight. So like a Torrey Craig kind of guy.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Like a shooter.
Because this is my thing. We got to get better defensively. Let's face that. We played pretty good defensively, but Chicago can't shoot, right, Drew? We talked about that. Chicago can't shoot. They really can't.
Boy, I tell you what, they didn't shoot tonight. I hope they make better. They're missing the playoffs.
And and so that's what I'm saying. But this is my thing, guys. When you look at the second quarter, the score was 48-48. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden you bring back SGA. So you've got SGA, you've got Isaiah J-Dub, you've got Chet, you've got what's our boy's name? You got Jang, and then you have Isaiah Joe. And then, of course, you bring Josh in there at the end of the quarter, and then all of a sudden, what are you up at halftime? 61-55. You're up 61-55 at half because of the simple fact of the substitutions that he's making. Now, what I was thinking is, why are you leaving? You left Wiggins in there for 2 minutes and you pulled him out. What are you doing? I just don't. The more I look at him, I don't think he understands. It's just like the guy at the Athletic said, and just like I was saying, I don't think he's the guy that can coach all-stars. He can coach players to build them up, but I don't think he's the guy. I just don't. I don't think he knows how to develop players, and that's why he's got, Jang, and he's playing the guys. Dude, you've got 8. What did Denver play last night? 10?
Yep.
What did the Lakers play? 10? What did Boston play tonight? 11? I mean, dude, you can't be playing 13, 14 players.
Yeah.
You're trying to win now.
Boston, crazy it sounds, I think Boston got more physical over the summer.
They did. And Porzingis looked pretty good tonight too, by the way.
He looks bigger.
Yeah, he
looks bigger, stronger, and he looks like a lot of times when he was younger, he was so light that he really wasn't underneath his jump shot.
Yep.
Man, he's underneath it now. He's stepping right into it.
Well, all I know is I'm very happy.
Some guys you bring onto the team makes, like, some guys play good defense, but then there's guys that make the team play good defense. Right. And I think for the Celtics, Marcus Smart was the guy that played good defense. I think which the team played good defense.
Right. Well, Drew Holiday, I just think it's going to take him time to fit in. But watching that game tonight, the Celtics team are seeming a little bit, they're not quite a cohesive unit at the particular moment. But with the Thunder, what I'm saying is with our guy, dude, you've got to get in a 10-man rotation, 11. You can't be playing a bunch of guys. Now, when Jay Will gets back, I think it's going to really help us. But you can't be in a 13, 14 rotation, which is what he's at, because he's a developmental coach. Dude, we're trying to win, okay? And then at the second half, when he played in the fourth quarter when we made the run, we made that run. What did we go on a 12-2 run? SGA had 7 of the 12, or 10-2 run, and he had 7 of the 10, whatever it was. Dude, keep your players on there. At that point, you had SGA, you had Josh, you had your boy Isaiah Joe, you had Wiggins, and you had Sarr when you made that run. Okay? And then you you had Kaysen. I'm sorry, you had Kaysen in there. You had SGA Kaysen. That's who it was. So you made the run when you have the right group in there. To me, what I've said all along is Oklahoma City, in order to get to where the 47 wins, which is what I think they could get to, he's going to have to get us 5 or 6 wins, because we're going to win simply because, I mean, we're pretty talented, guys.
Mm-hmm.
We're pretty talented, okay? And I think we showed that tonight, because the Bulls are not as bad as we put them to be tonight.
No, they're not as bad, but they're not that great either.
No, I agree.
They're a good matchup for the Thunder because, I mean, let's be honest. Drummond is washed up. He's been traded more times than
Yes, agreed.
any other big man in the league.
And losing Lonzo Ball hurt him. Ball hurt him, no doubt.
100%.
No doubt.
They're not very big inside. They're not long on defense, and they're just a bunch of guards. I mean, that's what they are.
Well, the thing is this. The start of the third quarter.
Good matchup with the Thunder. The Thunder have pummeled the Bulls the last 3 times they played them.
Yep. Well, when they start the third quarter up 6, and they go on a 7-0 run to start the quarter, I mean, the one thing that I noticed, J-Dub is feeling himself.
Yep.
Okay? And I think the coaches is empowering him to feel himself. And I was talking to a guy, we were sitting at the bar tonight talking to the game, and his comment to me is that he goes, well, I think what the coach does, he doesn't know how to coach SGA. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't know what to do with him. So he's trying to coach the players, the J-Dubs, and the people who really respect him. That's what he's trying to do. I don't think he knows what to do with SGA. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, and I've been on record that I think that OKC will be in the market for a new coach by the end of the year.
They have to. They may be. It depends. But
it may not be because of performance. I mean, I think these guys are going to play the way they can play.
Yep.
But I just think that you're going to be able to see that this guy's not going to be able to get him over.
They're going to win in spite of him, not because of.
Yeah, 100%.
But like I talked about, the 40 wins and mid-Christmas around that are 40 games. If we're 23-17, he ain't the guy. If we're 25-15, I don't think he's the guy. But to me, you have to be 28-12, 30-10, somewhere around that. Then I'll be impressed by this guy. But I'm not sure if he can quite get us there. What are y'all's thoughts?
Well, I'm just looking here at their schedule. I mean, their front half of their schedule is a lot of winnable games.
Yes.
A lot of Eastern Conference teams. A lot of winnable games.
With the coach, is an extension we're just saving. And I don't know, I don't know if Frank's going to be willing just to.
I agree. But let's go over the stats. Okay, we're going to go to stats right now. At the end of the first quarter, the Bulls.
They better be 25-15 after the first 40.
Minimum. The Bulls were 4-10, 4 for 10 from 3. We were 54%. The Thunder were 3 for 9 from 3 for 56% from the field. 11 rebounds to their 8. 18 points in the paint. Pips, that's my favorite stat. Pips, points in the paint. 18-12, and then 4 turnovers to 3. And then, of course, bench scoring, we were 10-5. Now, at halftime, which is where we're at right now, the Thunder were up 61-55. The Bulls were 6 for 25 from 3. 40%.
25 threes by the half. That just tells you
all you need to know, because we weren't allowing them to get to the paint. So our overall perimeter defense was vastly improved the second quarter.
He's going to make moves. All he is a bully. He's just going to crash down and try to get a rebound.
Yep, that's all he's going to do. So you look at that. Of course, they out-rebounded us 24-21. Points in the paint, the Pips, they were up by 2. Turnovers, 8-9. And we were 8 for 20 from 3. Which we normally are 7 for 20 or 6 for 20 normally. Okay? Mm-hmm. But, SGA is knocking down some. Josh was knocking down some. And I think they're going to get better overall. And then, of course, bench scoring, because he didn't play a lot of his bench the second quarter, we were down 19-11 at halftime as far as bench scoring, because I just don't know how many of these guys you can play. If you really want to win, he's going to have to make some sort of commitment at some point to say, okay, here are the 10 we're going with, or 11, and play. What are you guys' thoughts, or do you think that you can play these other guys?
I think that we can, but again, I talked about this a little bit last night. I think it's situational. It depends on who you're playing. Now, obviously, Poku, I don't want to see hit the floor.
He's going to be on the floor when he gets back. They're going to play him.
I hope they're wrong. Poku, no. Waters, no. Sar, no. Man, no. And I think Micic is going to be someone we're going to have to see. Other than that, I say bench players, Jay Will, Kenrich, Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins, Casey Wallace, and Burton. Those are the guys I want to see play.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, but my point is this, guys, okay. What did we talk about? Here were my keys to the game, okay? These were my keys to the game to start the thing, because to me, the keys to the game are really simple. This is what you're going to have to be able to do. This is what you're going to have to be able to do. Get off to a good start in the second and fourth quarter. The second quarter, I don't really think we got off to a good start. Do you guys?
No, they know the right lineup in there.
Didn't
anybody else offense?
Yeah. Fourth quarter, we're going to talk about that here in just a minute. Play good perimeter defense, which we did in the second quarter. The coach playing the correct lineups, which he did not do. And then Josh Giddey staying aggressive. And the thing that bothers me about Josh Giddey is that he threw away a pass. Dude, you're right in the paint. What are you doing? Shoot the shot. You right there. You got a floater right there. Just shoot it. You're right there. And I don't want Josh to get to the point, and I've preached to both of you guys about this. It worries me that he's going to go back to being passive. He's got to be aggressive. As long as he's aggressive, Oklahoma City is going to be dangerous. And, okay, to start the fourth quarter, guys, here was our starting five. Now, remember, we're up 91-82 because we closed out the third quarter like we're supposed to, because you had the starters in at the end of the third quarter. And, of course, we did what the Thunder needed to do. So you're up 91-82. Once again, you start J-Dub, but you start Josh, which both of y'all alike. Then you have Isaiah Joe, Kaysen, and Sar. So you're a small lineup, basically, is what he went with.
Which on a normal night, you're going to have Jay Will starting.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, instead of Sar, yes. Yes.
Normally, I think that's a pretty good starting lineup for the fourth quarter.
Yeah, well, the problem is you're small, really, other than Sar. Because you're basically J-Dub 6'7", Josh 6'8", Isaiah Joe 6'3", Kaysen 6'4", Sar 7 foot. So that's really
who are you going to change out there?
To me, to start that fourth quarter, is that what you're saying? I'm gonna have Wiggins in there instead of either. J-Dub or Josh. I'm gonna keep Kaysen in there because I want him to continue to get better.
Yeah, I think
because you still got to have Isaiah Joe for shooting, and even though Wiggins is a good shooter, you still have to have Isaiah Joe in there for shooting.
That doesn't make you a whole lot bigger. I mean, what is
6'8"?
6'8".
Gives you 4 inches. Gives you 4 inches. Gives you a better defender, and gives you somebody who can knock down the three, just not as consistent as Isaiah Joe. Drew, what are your thoughts? But I'm gonna say now. Well, I will say this: with the starting lineup, that starting lineup, we went on an 11-2 run to start the fourth quarter.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, Matt. I mean, I think you're right on it. I mean, I think you got to find some more scoring in those lineups. You can't develop a lead and then fall back and play catch up again. You don't have somebody in there that can score and someone that can run the offense.
Yep. Go ahead,
I think
Nathan.
the problem you're going to have if you take Josh out. Now, J-Dub maybe. But if you take Josh out of that starting lineup for the fourth quarter, you don't have a ball handler.
Right.
And Kaysen could be that, but he's not that yet.
Yep.
So if you don't have Josh in there, then you got to have SGA in there.
Well, what I'm saying is they have J-Dub as the point now. That's what I'm saying. They have him running more point.
I don't like that.
I don't either, but that's what they have. That's what they have. So that's my thing. But
if you swap J-Dub for Aaron Wiggins, I would like that a whole lot better than Josh, because I feel like Josh needs to be on the floor as the ball handler.
I like Josh on the floor too.
I don't think that J-Dub needs to be on the floor without Josh or SGA.
Well, but but they did go on an 11-2 run to start the fourth quarter with that lineup, and a lot of it, like Drew said,
you had Josh on the floor, right?
Yeah, you had Josh, J-Dub, Isaiah Joe, Kaysen, and Sar, and what happened was, like Drew and I are both saying, Kaysen didn't even hesitate when he got those wide open shots. He just looked in rhythm and he just knocked them down. And I think he's a rhythmic shooter, where he catches the ball and he's wide open. He does not hesitate, and bam, he just lets it fly. And so I really like what he was doing. But the question is, in the third quarter, this is my thing, okay? Here's the third quarter stats, guys. Why do I have the Hornets in there? I must not have put that on there. Let me get that off. That doesn't work. I don't know why that's on there like that. That shouldn't have done that. That pisses me off right there. That shouldn't have done that. But anyway, but go ahead with your thought, Nathan, on Josh.
I just think that Kaysen played well tonight, but again, as the primary ball handler, I don't. To me, J-Dub can bring the ball up the floor. Yes, that's fine, but he does not need to be the primary ball handler. And if you give Kaysen those duties, I don't think one, he's not ready. Two, I don't think he plays as well in that situation. I think he plays better off the ball than he does on the ball. So I think you've got to have, and if you're not going to put Josh in there, you want to take Josh out, you need to put a point guard in there, whether it be SGA or Mikic or whoever. But I don't really. What I've seen from the Serbian guy, I haven't really liked, but he's still new to the NBA, so we'll see. But I just don't like not having either SGA or Josh on the floor to handle the ball to begin with.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, here's the third quarter stats. Got to find them. Okay, Oklahoma City 91-82. The Bulls now, Drew, are 9 for 32.
Yeah. Stop shooting.
So that meant they went 0 for 12 for the third quarter. Is that weren't they 9 for 20?
Mm-hmm.
At half. So 6 for 20.
Yes.
I thought they were. What were they?
I don't think they made a 3 in the third quarter.
Second quarter, they made 3. They were 6. They were 6 for 23. So they were 3 for 9 the second quarter. The third quarter. And then Oklahoma City, of course, was 13 for 31 total now at this particular point. 52%, they were up 2 points from 40% to 42%. Rebounds-wise, 32 for them, 31 for us. Pips, points in the paint, 32-32. And then 14 turnovers, which I thought were way too many. And then, of course, we ended up scoring 11 points off the bench in the third quarter, and I think that had everything.
I'd like to see how many of those turnovers, Matt, came when they made the substitution and didn't have a true point guard in the game.
Quite a few. And then Chet, of course, got ripped, Drew, again, like we've talked about. I don't know why. Andre Drummond
can't handle the ball.
Andre Drummond ripped him. I'm like, Andre Drummond just stole the ball from you? I don't. Guys, please explain to me. I don't understand the fascination. What am I missing?
I don't understand why he's bringing the ball down below his waist. He's not a point guard. It is.
I don't understand.
Presti wants right, wrong, or different. He wants everybody on the floor to handle the ball. The way you do it.
I understand that. I don't have a problem with everybody being on the floor handling the ball, but he can't handle the ball listen, bring the ball up the floor. Soon as pressure comes, you got to pick it up and get rid of it.
Yeah.
Okay, he did have a nice turnaround in the corner in the first quarter. He did have a nice turnaround, but him trying to do one-on-one and bring the ball with all that, dude, this is not high school. This is not your little Pacific Coast League or whatever Gonzaga plays in. This is the NBA, bro. And I just don't get it. But I will say this: I like what the Thunder did. I liked how we closed out the game and we went on that run. And you had.
I mean, as far as opening nights going, for what they needed, I mean, I give them an 8 out of 10. I mean, they damn near did everything they wanted to. Nice little comfortable win. I mean, they look good tonight. But I mean, it's early, it's long season.
I think the second half was a lot better than the first half as far as rotation went.
Yes, the second half went way better.
The shot distribution was right about where it needs to be.
Okay. Speaking of that, Nathan, let's give the numbers and then you can make this is your case. Okay. At halftime, the Bulls was 6 for 23. They finished 12 for 42. So they were 6 for 19 from 3. Okay. The Thunder, like Drew talked about, 8 for 20 and then 19 for 39. That's stroking it. Okay, that's stroking it. 41%. They were up 1 point from 40 to 41. The Thunder were up. Up 3 points from 51 to 54. Rebounds, we out rebounded them by 1. We were down 3, so we ended up out rebounding them by 4 in the second half. Points in the paint, they got us by 2, and then turnovers, they got us by 2. And then bench scoring, that's where it came through, 42 to 34. Remember, we had 11 points at the end of the first quarter.
Yep.
Oh, excuse me, at halftime. So that means we scored, 21 points, 31 points the second half. 31. We outscored them 31 to 25. The second half.
Jason, Jang, and Joe. I mean,
yes, were the difference. They were the difference in that. And then, here's the box score, Drew, that we talked about. And, what did you say, Chet? Was 25 points, 11. What do you have? 25 minutes. He had 11 points.
11 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal.
He had 8 rebounds.
Yeah.
11-8.
I had him. Game one.
Yeah, 8 rebounds.
Yeah, he was 11-8, no blocks.
Yep.
3 assists. Yep. And Jay, but see, this is kind of the way I was wanting the scoring, because SGA is going to do his thing. He's going to get 30. Okay? And then Josh and J-Dub were about right where we thought they were going to be. And then, of course, Isaiah Joe coming off the bench, doing what he does in double figures, really helped us. And then Kaysen, what was Kaysen's numbers? What was he?
Kaysen 13.
Kaysen was 5 of 5. He didn't miss a shot.
Yep, 5 for 5. 3 for 3 from 3.
13 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist.
I had him 5 for 5 from the field and 3 for 3 from 3-point range.
Yeah, that's where he's at right here. Yeah. Yep. But I'm gonna say this.
He had off the bench. I'm sorry, go ahead, man.
No, go ahead, Drew. Go ahead, Nathan.
I was gonna say, off the bench you had, Jang with 5 threes. Attempts. I'm talking about. 5 attempts. Joe with 6. Kaysen with 3. I thought J-Dub probably shot a few too many threes tonight. But
yeah.
You think about this, but Jay Will not playing tonight. I mean, he's gonna help the rebounding part of it. I mean, you get him back in the lineup, that's going to be a big boost.
And the defensive side of it, too, him coming through and defending people, that's going to help, too. That's going to help immensely. But you know what, though? Go ahead.
Did you see Dort's flopping call?
Oh, yes.
That was kind of funny.
Yes, I saw that. That was ridiculous, man. I couldn't believe that, man. I could not believe
you get shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, it was. But so the Thunder are now 1-0. And,
in first place, as the commander would say.
We're in first place, man, in our division. Are we not in our division? Are we not in first place in our division?
Well, you are. I'm just saying you're in first place.
After one game.
Hey, you know how we were saying 48? I was thinking about this, guys. I guess I just didn't think about the records last year. The Nuggets had 52 wins last year. Is that right? 52, 54? Something like that.
What was it?
Who's that?
The Nuggets.
I can say exactly.
Yeah, they're around there, 54, 55. Yeah.
Let's just
see. And they're the number 1 seed. So if we had 48 wins, 47 wins, man, that's got to put us top 6, don't you think?
Yeah, possibly. But I'm saying here's our next 10 games, guys. And I told you I talked to Sam Presti yesterday, and because Nick was at the gym, got his son Nick. Love him, by the way. Great family. The Presleys, great family. But anyway, we have the Bulls, so we took care of W tonight. And like I said, the first 10 games, I said if we can go 8-2 and 7-3, we're going to be well on our way. But the more thing is, the worse that I think we can finish is 6-4. Now we've got one W out of the way, which we thought we would. I did not get a chance to see the Cavs. Did you get a chance to see the Cavs tonight, Drew, at all?
Yeah, they won. Had a nice little comeback against the Nets, and won right there at the buzzer.
They won at the buzzer?
Yeah. Nuggets won 53 games last year, 53 and 29.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
but the thing is, I mean, 53 wins in that conference last year, where you had Suns, Clippers, Warriors, Lakers, Kings, Grizzlies, all firing on all
Clippers. Yeah, everybody was firing on all levels last year. So we have the Cavs next.
There was a lot of infighting, as you'd call it, and beating people up in your division, because we can all say it now. I mean, the West is so much better than the East.
It's not even close. It's ridiculous.
Speaking of that, though, did you see the Rockets in the Magic game tonight?
No, I didn't. I couldn't. I was watching this.
Oh, the Magic kicked the crap out of them.
But you know what, though?
Rockets are playing for the #1 pick.
Remember my prediction. I predicted that the Magic is my sleeper team to be a play-in in the East. That was my prediction at the beginning of the year. Anyway.
Yes, and Sacramento just throttling Utah at Utah.
Well, of course. The Sacramento's they're on a mission after last year. Okay, we have the Cavs next. What are y'all predictions? 6:30 Friday night. The Cavs we're at the Cavs for game 2.
I like Oklahoma City in the game. The Cavs are missing some players here right now. They're I'm going to tell you who they were missing tonight, and then I was listening to the post-game show, and I think they're going to be missing them again. Give me just a second here.
Okay, and but what is your prediction, Nathan? Win WL?
I think, man, I don't know. I can see both ways. I think I'm going to take
Josh Allen didn't play. Porter Jr. didn't play. Rubio's not with the team. Tristan Thompson didn't play. Mobley didn't play. So they missed like 4 or 5 guys tonight.
Those guys are out. I might pick the win on that.
Yeah. If everybody don't play, but we played them well. We match up with them really well, except
again,
inside.
It's a good. That's what I was getting to. It's a good matchup for the Thunder. It's a bunch of guards, and the Thunder play a bunch of guards. The Thunder guards are long.
Yep, long, athletic, and can score.
They're better shooters, but where the Thunder will struggle are against teams that are long, athletic.
Which is where we're coming up next. And that's what I'm saying. We have the Nuggets on Sunday. Okay, first home game. Which, by the way, people, everybody better be there, because that place better be rocking.
It's on national TV. They better show up. It's on ABC.
They better be rocking. So anyway, the Nuggets at home. I think we can win that game. I really do. I think we match up with them, because we should have beat them last year, except Dort fouling people at the end of the game. Like, what are you doing? I mean, anyway. He frustrates
Nuggets looked
me.
pretty good last night.
No, I understand that, but what I'm saying, Drew, is last year they had no answer for SGA and no answer for Josh. Okay, none.
Well, but to be fair, Jamal was out a lot last year whenever they played. He didn't come back towards the end of the year, so he's going to be fully.
What I'm saying
that's who's going to be on SGA.
When we played them in the beginning of the year, SGA wore him out. That's what I'm saying. In the beginning of the year when we lost that game, because the coach.
I'm just saying. I'm
with you.
Is it Murray? Murray is healthy, and that's going to be a hell of a matchup.
I agree. They're going to go at it. They're going to go at it. I agree 100%. But I'm taking our guy over Murray. I'm just not a big fan.
I would too. I'm not saying that he's going to be better than SGA. I'm just saying that there will be some competition.
No,
he will be on him.
I'm with you 100%, Drew. I'm with you. Okay, then we have the Nuggets, then the Pistons at home. So we do Sunday Nuggets, Monday back-to-back Pistons. Chet playing, or are you resting him?
Depends on what he does Sunday.
Well, you looked at the minutes that everybody played, so, I mean.
Yeah, what did he play, 21 minutes tonight, Chet?
25.
If he averages 25 minutes, he better play more games than 60.
Yeah, if he's on average of 25.
He played more than LeBron. He played more than LeBron did last night.
I know. That just wears me out. Okay, so to get back to the deal, then we play the Pelicans on the 1st. What are your thoughts on the first 5 games? We think 2-0, then the Nuggets. Do you think that's an L or a W?
They need to be 3-2 at worst.
Yeah, I think they've got to be 4-1 or 5-0.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to beat the Nuggets, but I think they got a good chance to beat
4-1. I think 3-2 at the worst, 4-1.
They're gonna. My deal is this: they're gonna throw away a game they should win of these 5.
Could be Friday night against Cavs.
Yeah, they're gonna lose one of those games that they shouldn't lose.
They should beat the Pistons. The Pistons aren't very good.
Yeah, and then they should beat the Pelicans. So, and then of course the last 5 is when it gets tough, because we have Golden State at home, and they looked really good last night. And I think Draymond will probably be back by then. Then you've got,
what's wrong with him? I didn't catch what was wrong with him.
I want to say it was his hamstring or his. I think it was his hamstring was messed up, I believe, or his ankle, one of them. We have to.
Yeah, they're different. They're a different team without
him. Yes, and then you've got the Hawks at home, which we should get a W there. We have the Cavs at home, which we should get a W there.
The Hawks at home are good. The Hawks will be a better team than the Cavs.
Yep, and then you've got the Kings and the Suns back to back on the road.
Could be 2 losses.
Yeah. So I'm thinking my deal is this with the Thunder, 8-2 and 7-3. You're fantastic. You cannot be worse than 6-4 in your first 10 games and have any kind of chance of doing anything. And what are y'all thoughts on that?
I think they can be 7-3. I think they can.
I agree. I think you can go through if you beat the Cavs, then you're set, because then the only 3 games you really got to worry about, and we match up with the Kings really, really well. And we match up with the Suns really well. Well, I don't know about that because it depends on if Bradley Beal is playing. Yeah, it depends on we didn't play. That's a whole different level. But with that being said, to me, if your 3 losses are the Suns, the Kings, or the Suns, Kings, Golden State, or Nuggets, you're 1-3 in that gauntlet, you're going to be fine. 2-2 would be great. But if you're 1-3 in that gauntlet, you're going to be okay. Don't y'all agree?
Yep.
I agree 100%. All right, guys, I appreciate you. Let me get.
So we got our game 1 comparison here now between Johnson and J. Will, and Johnson went 12-5-3-2, and J. Will went 16-3-5-1. So pretty close.
Yeah.
Would Thomas shoot from 3?
Let me see here. He didn't play. He went out in the third quarter for something. I was kind of half watching the game.
Yeah.
Let me see what he did. He did something.
Matt, one more thing. Something else I saw tonight that I loved. SGA had 10 assists.
Yeah, I saw that. What do you have? 7 rebounds, 6 rebounds?
5 rebounds.
5 rebounds.
31, 5 and 2.
And dude, I argue.
Cam Johnson was 5. Let's see, he was 1 for 4 from 3.
1 for 4.
4-3. He was 5 or 10.
And how many did J-Dub shoot?
J-Dub's 2 for 6.
2 for 6. So they're right there together.
40%.
Yep.
It's going to be close.
It's going to be close.
They're right there together.
They're right there together. That's going to be a good game. We definitely all got to go for that, for the Nets and the Thunder.
Second year, 5th year. Second year, 5th year, just saying.
Is his 5th year?
Yes, it is.
5th year?
Yes, it is. It is, bro.
And then one other thing, I'm hoping.
But Jay Will's like 36 years old. So.
Oh my God! You mean
J-Dub?
You mean J-Dub?
He's like an 8-year senior at Santa Monica College.
You mean J-Dub? You mean J-Dub? J. Will is your favorite.
He was a 3rd-year junior, and he's 21 years old.
Oh my God!
He's like 29. I mean, he looks like he flunked 6th grade 7 times.
Oh my God! You two, y'all wearing me out with y'all still. Y'all wearing me out. Y'all are wearing me out with
Josh, 2 for 3 from 3. I'd love to see that percentage at the end of the year, about 36%.
I think Josh is going to be around 38%, is what I think, by the time this year is out.
Hey, that'd be great.
That'd be great.
That'd be great.
100%.
If he's on board, I think if he does that, he's fringe all-star next year.
I think, only one of those guys is going to be an all-star, either him or J-Dub.
How many minutes did J-Dub play? How many minutes did J-Dub play tonight?
Hold on a second.
J-Dub played 32, and Josh played 32.
Yeah, so Cam Johnson only played. Cam Johnson only played 25 minutes.
Okay, and SGA played how much?
I'm 36.
So that's about right, because I don't, when it comes down to it, he's got to play the most minutes. He's got to be on the court. He's got to be on the court for Oklahoma City to do something.
I'm telling you right now, Matt, if Josh averages 15, 8, and 7 or something like that, and he's shooting 38% for 3, he's going to be an all-star.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Well,
maybe.
I don't know. It's the West, bro.
In the West, it's going to be tough.
It's the West.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna tell you what's gonna depend on.
He was in the East. I'd say 100%. But there's gonna be a lot of guys he's gonna have to beat.
It's gonna depend on what. It's gonna depend on where the Thunder are. Okay.
Yeah. And they're gonna love to put Chris Paul in the All-Star game too. Don't get to
Yep. So I think it's gonna depend on where the Thunder are by the time the All-Star break comes. But wasn't it crazy seeing Billy Donovan tonight on the sidelines, dude? I'm so glad he's gone. I'm so glad he's not. I'm so glad he's not with the Thunder anymore. He just wore me out, man. He just wore me out. He just wore me out. So, all right, fellas, I appreciate y'all.
Yep, appreciate you.
We got Drew Henthorn, Husker Drew Picks,
HuskerDrewPicks.com.
and my boy Nathan Taylor of YNB. Hey, Nathan, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be at YNB tomorrow for the Unpopular Hour. By the way,
I will not be there, man.
Okay,
I'm sorry. I'm out.
Are you still not there? Okay. All right. Well, I'll be there tomorrow at the bank, checking everybody out. So I appreciate you guys. Y'all stay good, stay healthy, and tell your daughter good luck. Give her a kiss for us, okay?
Will do.
Yep, I'll do that. Well, I might be in there if Amelia goes to school tomorrow. I'll come in. If she doesn't, then I'm on daddy daycare.
All right, brothers. All right, I appreciate you guys.
All right, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Good show.
All right, man.
I appreciate you guys. That was Drew Henthorn of Husker Drew Picks and my guy Nathan Taylor of YNB. Want to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors because we did not get a chance to do that because we were on fire. Want to thank Collaborative Logic for everything that they do for us, keeping us up and running. If you have any needs for software to be personal or custom software to make your office run smoother, they can do that, or your business. If you have any needs for computers, they can do that. If you have a need for a network, they can design one for you. If you need for a new network administrator, they can do that for you. And the thing that, like I said, that I always say about them is I love they can remote in and take care of your business. And then also, if you have a need for websites, they do that as well. SRB, if you have any engineering, surveying, or planning, contact my guy Mark Long. He is the dude for that. They love to be behind the scenes there at SRB to design whatever complex you're doing to make sure it doesn't flood, all the buildings and everything, and plumbing is done the way it's supposed to be. That's what they are. YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender, a member of the FDIC. And, of course, they're a proud sponsor for us to support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the OKC area. You can pre-qualify online with them at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go into any of these locations that we have in 401 Elm, which is the main bank, YNB East, which is off the Parkway, and 66 or 39th Expressway, YNB Mustang off Mustang Road, 218 North Mustang Road. They're in the city of Mustang. YNB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks and I-40. And then, of course, YNB Peoples, the bank I always go to right there off 23rd on 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur. And then our latest sponsor, Shelter Insurance, Mark Pemberton Agency, 4609 Southeast 29th Street in Dale City, Oklahoma. They're open Monday through Thursday from 9 to 5, Fridays from 9 to 1, closed Saturdays and Sundays. They have been proudly serving the Middale area since 1982. So we appreciate all of our sponsors, our new sponsors, because this is our third season, the first game of our third season. So we're only going to get better. Hope you guys remember to go subscribe, like, hit the notification button there on YouTube because we need some subscribers. Need to come because today it was weird. I went there. I had this people here who were coming to look and they wanted to subscribe, and there was all these people I'd never seen for OKC Thunder all of a sudden in the deal. I'm like, who are these people? Because Oklahoma City is now winning, so now you got all these crazy YouTubers trying to make money by throwing themselves out there. So people don't get fooled by a bunch of idiots, okay? They're not from Oklahoma. They don't know anything about the Thunder. So that being said, hey, everybody have a fantastic night.